All right, I'm trying to thread. Ooh, the head hit. Ooh, hold up. All right, so we're gonna kind of pick this up around, hmm, right after the Genjutsu battle of Deku. But basically, it's gonna be we're just gonna plop right straight into the USJ arc. And on a side note, Deku was, since his ice abilities are so OP, he's gonna be kind of traveling from different places to places. He can actually make ice portals with ice and then transport through them. He's also been doing some training, which is a little iffy right now, where he can make himself into ice, but that's still in the hard part. But he's been kind of traveling to different locations, and he met this weird guy. Had a really weird quirk. At first, it was actually difficult when Deku was trying to fight him because Deku was trying to hit him with his ice, and because Deku first does long range, he can also do close combat. He's basically all around. He's the opposite of Todoroki in canon. So how this works is Stain's trying. I didn't mean to say his name just yet, but I said it too late. Stain is like trying to hit Smans, and Deku's like, why can't I not hit him? Stain eventually gets close, uses his blood, but Deku uses his ice to propel him forward. And after some time, they actually have a good scuffle. And basically, what ended up happening is instead of Stain trying to kill him, this man tells him why he's trying to be a hero and all this stuff. And he's like, "You're worthy," and all this type of stuff. And him and Deku have like a very talk no jutsu kind of battle. And for those people that don't know what that saying means, Deku gives his philosophy, Stain gives his. And since Stain hasn't really killed nobody yet, and all he's done is training, that will come into play later. Okay. But enough with Deku side stories. Stuff that isn't important yet. Is now we're gonna go into this part might be a little short. I just want to get something out to y'all. I'm really sleepy, but I gotta keep the videos coming. So we're gonna go ahead and go through the USJ arc or the episode or whatever. Anyways, so how this happens is it happens similar in canon. Stuff starts bugging out. Um, Deku. The difference is Deku's here, okay, and Bakugo and Todoroki. Now follow me. Villains come in. Deku is a lot more smarter right now, right? He tells everyone to get back, right? And so what he does is he uses his ice to pull everyone up forward, and he propels Bakugo into the fray. The reason he does is because he knows Bakugo's a hothead. So he wants to go ahead and get this man heated up. And he does the same thing with Todoroki. Todoroki immediately hits Bakugo with some flames. Once again, as I told y'all, they are homies at heart. So Bakugo is used to getting hit with flames. The second he gets hit with flames, he does red explosion burst. Basically, that's his full cowling, but it's like death explosion, something like that. And so he goes in, right, and he's like literally even before they get there, right? Um, Even before they get there, Bakugo's pretty much in their faces already, just blowing Shigaraki, like blowing at him. He literally blows the man with the warp quirk, hits him, but I'm gonna say to make this convenient, obviously, I'm gonna say he gets concussed really heavily, and it messes with his teleportation. So the second this happens, before Azawa can even announce anything or say anything, Deku's already in the fray, and he starts like freezing people. But instead of just like freezing them and stuff, he is actually not even using his ice like off the gate. First, he makes it where most of them are having hard time on the ground, while Todoroki is using his flames to keep good, and he here has stuff for his shoes and stuff. So he's doing that right now, right? And Deku's actually doing some hand-to-hand combat, slicing people, using spears, using bow staffs, using all this type of stuff, while kind of freezing the area as he's doing this, right? And Shiraki is actually kind of confused. Azawa was moved, but like this all happened in like a fraction of a second. Not literally, but this all happened like fast, quick. And there's a lot of people. So what Deku, Todoroki, and all them decided to do was they looked at each other. Team combo. Team combo. And once again, y'all gotta remember, Bakugo isn't as loud and annoying as he is in canon, even though personally I understand it just because of all the videos I looked up, but enough about that. He's a lot more chill. Todoroki is not like Bakugo, but he's not like Deku. He's a little more outgoing, right? So what they said is it would be some special moves. So it would be Deku by himself would be Ice Wall. Todoroki would just be some flames, and so we'll call this ice. No, we'll call this wall Hellzone Point Flames or some shit like that. Anyways, so what happens is Deku makes like this gigantic circle of ice. Todoroki, as he's making this ice, he charges up his flame and just makes like this massive wave of flames. And since Deku's using his ice to kind of like, propel it up, Bakugo's kind of riding along this. Don't get me wrong, the flames still burn him, but he has a resistance to it. Resistance is how much you can take before you actually take damage. Immunity is on the level of which okay, don't quote me on this part, but immunity is either I'm immune to flames altogether, like you're immune to poison. No, it's that. So he doesn't have an immunity. He has like a good percentage resistance, and then when he does his full cali, it's even higher. So now that he's doing this right, okay, he full cows right as he's going up. Oh, y'all can't be seen. My shit is. So he does the full cow while he's going up, and he's getting sweatier and sweatier, and then he does that little spinning move he did in the what's it called? I can't think of it. The sports festival. There we go. And so he did that or whatever, right? And so he hits that, and it's like a massive red explosion, and it pretty much took out majority of the villains, right? And this is where things get interesting, right? The Nomu comes out, and Deku doesn't jump in right away because he doesn't want to, handicap his homies. So him and Todoroki are there trying their hardest to hit him, but the Nomu's just like beating their asses basically. And eventually the Nomu like kind of one shots him. So Deku's like, but before he does this, Bakugo says, "Nah, we not doing this." He powers his full Kelly up to 50%. It's kind of tearing his body just a little bit. And he's just going in with punch, kicks, blows, and everything. And nothing's connected. But instead of just giving up, he pushes it times 60. Not times 60, but 60. Times 60 and just... he's trying his hardest. And it's similar to kind of how he was fighting All Might in canon. Just a little bit more of a struggle. And eventually he gets dropped. Todoroki tries to burn this thing alive. That doesn't work. And this is where things got very, very messed up. Shigaraki tried to take advantage of this, and he tried to. Okay, I'm gonna say he did, but barely. Right? He hits Bakugo, and with all his hands, it hurts Bakugo's. Like it hits him in like the chest or like the eye or somewhere. Not to like blind him, but to give him a scar. And he also went for Todoroki on the opposite side of faith, but Todoroki was able to get away barely, but it did, let's say it did just a little hair damage. Deku said no. And when he said no, everything got frozen, right? First, Shigaraki got his shit folded, okay? You saw like shards of ace just pillaring him, and then Deck was just right there grabbing him like no. And before y'all say he wouldn't be like this and all this other stuff, he's too nice. One, this is my universe. Two, this Deku does not care about all that bullshit. You hurt his friends? No, fuck you. Alright? And he's like, this is not a game. We're not doing this shit anymore, bucko. All right, he was like dead ass. He was so pissed because like he could have just stopped man if he really wanted to. So he's beating this dude's ass. He broken. He's a break. He's not torturing. Okay, he's kind of torturing the guy. He's like kind of breaking bones, beating this dude, and like kicks him, right? And like he starts freezing all any of the remaining people just basically until they fall over. Like he's not playing. He looks at the normal. The normal's laughing. He's like, "Oh, I see. You think this is funny?" And Deku face becomes very like psychotic, and he's like, "You think this is?" And I can't really do the voice, but he just kind of be like, "You think this is funny?" Okay, let's play again. You die. And the biggest thing of ice you could ever see literally overcomes most of the stadium. And the Nomu is just ripped into ribbons and it's just. And then Deku just like, and then he pushes his out. And like he makes more ice and just crushes the Nomu and grinds ice. He comes over and plot. And now I know this sounds so OP, but this is abilities of cryokinesis. And he applies like some type of healing effect to both of them, so their injuries are good. It's not unfatal. And then that's kind of pretty much how it would end. It would be, kind of like a hidden done. Shigaraki and a Korigiri, they teleport back. Like they're gone. They're good. Okay, pocket beans. And then we would kind of branch off into the sports festival, but I want to go to sleep. But I can at least get this. Nah, I'm not gonna get it started because I want to have a little more energy. Hit y'all with it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much how that the USJ shit happens. If you made it all the way to this video, this is for the algorithm, just so y'all know. But I do appreciate y'all. Comment pink. I literally got that from that broom over there. If y'all can see that, I don't know. Hopefully y'all saw that. I got it from the broom. Comment pink. Like the videos. Throw down some what ifs y'all want me to do. I'm really just doing this one because this is the formula. This is what works right now. This is what y'all want. This is what people come here to get. But enough of me talking. Y'all have a good one. Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Check out my other videos. I'm gonna wait for 13.